morning, subscribers. Yeah, you see that cute little guy in the corner trying to hide. Oh, he's precious. So last night I went to bed and my throat hurt a little and I felt a little achy, and then when I woke up I felt like my head is like, so I might be getting a cold, and I meant to bring some teas and I forgot today. I have a classmate who also brings tea a lot, so if I'm lucky he'll have tea today. Or I could stop at the grocery store on my way to school and buy a tea bag and box of tea too. But I feel like we have a significant amount of tea right now at home. So I'll figure it out because I don't want to be sick. I don't like that. I have better things to do, like hanging out with Davisito, that super cute little boy right there trying to hide. Maybe you want to say good morning to my subscribers? He smiled and said, good morning, subscribers. Such a precious angel I am. Okay. I had this intro to law class. It's 3 hours every Monday morning for the first 10 weeks. So today's the last class. And I just have a meeting, I think like a 30-minute meeting with the instructor. I'm like a little nervous because I kind of half-assed the class, because it's worth 0 points. And so even though I appreciated it and learned stuff, I also didn't try my best because I'm not actually getting a grade. So I've, wanted to put energy and time into studying for stuff I did get grades on, and kids, and yeah, those things. So I'm a little nervous for the meeting with the teacher. But I super like her. So who knows? I was also thinking, the gym in Kalamazoo, I'm sure there's lots of college students, women there, students, adults, whatever. I think if I was a man, I would probably try to meet women at the gym. That's what I think. Because they're healthy and beautiful. So many of them. That would be probably what I would do. Although I realize after I say that, you probably need to actually be into being healthy to be able to do that. So I don't know if that's really a good idea. But just throwing it out there, dudes. Lots of beautiful women are at the gym. If you want to meet a healthy, beautiful woman, start working out. So I have law school updates, 3 I think. 1, I was nervous about the intro to, I want to say intro to psych, I don't know why, intro to law. Sit down with the professor because I really hadn't tried very hard, and I usually try to do my best at everything. I'm okay with not being good at stuff, but I'm not okay with not trying. And so I was a little anxious. So she's like, you did really good on the multiple choice. There's only one student that got more right than you. So you did really well on that. And your essays are really good. Da, 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 da. And then we went over the details of the essays. And I was like, I expected to get, I didn't tell her, but I expected that my essay sucked. Especially by the 3rd essay, I was like, I don't really feel like doing this anymore. Because that intro to law class, we got 0 credits for it. So it's I would rather spend my energy and time studying for the classes I'm getting credits for, and on the kids or whatever, the other priorities in my life. Everything is somewhat of a priority over that, almost everything. So then I walk in and she's like, you're an amazing student, and just on and on. It was all good, positive, great stuff. So that was yay. And a little cocky, I didn't even try and I did good. Just a little cocky. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing, constitutional law. He does 2 multiple choice evaluations throughout the year. The first one I got 5 out of 10, and he said that was average for the students of all the Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo students. It's not good, but it's average, so it's fine. It would be a C, even though really it's an F. If missing 5 is not okay to me. Okay, so we have the second one, and we've got up to 2 weeks to take it. I took it yesterday, and I sit on my bed and study. I fell asleep while I was taking it, And I woke up and I just couldn't concentrate, and I was like, just get through this, send it. I got 4 out of 10 right. But I saw we could redo it. So today I sat down, like I'm alert and ready, eat some food, feeling healthy, and I think through everything, and I take it again. I get 4 out of 10 again. What's awesome though is one of my classmates and I were sitting there. So he had to do it. So he did it, and then I redid it, and then we discussed each one. And it's the student I was sitting with is the person that's a use history teacher, so knows all things. Like maybe you could teach the class, knows all things. And so he and I discussed all the different questions. 2 of them I got right on both tests, which I assume means those are subject matters I actually comprehend well. And then I got other ones wrong that I got right last time, and ones right this time that I got wrong last time. So what's awesome though is like 30 minutes before class starts, in rolls our professor. And so I just tell him, I got 4 out of 10 on that, man. So he's like, oh, pull it up. So we go over all 10 questions, and like as soon as he says them, it makes sense. One of them, I didn't feel like anything was the answer, and I, on my own notes, wrote a 5th option, because it's A, B, C, D. I wrote E. And so I was like, I think this one is E. And he's like, yeah, your E is the same thing as C. And I was like, well, I don't understand your words in C, so I didn't choose that. Because I didn't understand the words like used. It didn't make sense to me. I reread that sentence over and over. I did not comprehend what that sentence said, and I definitely did not comprehend it saying the same thing. So I had the right, like I knew the answer. I just used different vocabulary to define it. But I need to understand the vocabulary the teachers use. So it was awesome though going over everything with the teacher. I wonder, like I'm an external processor, so if I could just do all exams verbally, maybe I would get straight A's. That's not an option though. The third thing, we have an essay in contracts on Wednesday. That professor is pretty strict with his grading of essays, whereas I feel like I do well on multiple choice and I do mediocre on the essays. Although I did get 19 out of 28 on the last essay. The students, my classmates and I, all sit around for like 4 or 5 hours. Like we all study privately, and then like the day of the test, we sit around 4 or 5 hours beforehand and study together. But we're not going to be able to do that because the class is Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. So super sucky. I'm not going to get to study with my classmates, which I think I learn better in that environment. They are meeting Tuesday, but like I've got a field trip with Serenity. I have a lunch meeting. My car needs an oil change, and then I have to be at work at 5 p.m. in addition to any like CCJ. So my day is already so full that I'm not even sure how I'm going to study, much more drive an hour to Kalamazoo to meet those that are able to come here to study. So I'll just study at home, and hopefully it works out well. So those are my 3 updates from law school. Good evening, subscribers. So Mondays are tough for me. I come home and I'm just grumpy consistently. Like almost every single Monday I come home and I'm grumpy. And Serenity consistently has random messes all over. And she does not have messes every single night, but every single Monday there is like random like not okay crap. So I come home tonight, and then of course like my mom was making dinner randomly on Monday and stopped. Or maybe she's made it a few times, but I never directly have asked her, but that's another subject. So, and the dishes are still in the dishwasher, full, clean, ready to be put away, and there's like a sink full of dirty dishes. And the dishes just finished washing like last night while we were in bed. So, I'm a little stressed about my contracts test on Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. and then I normally study with all my classmates. I'm not going to be able to, and tomorrow would be the time I study, but I've got like nonstop stuff, so I'm not going to have a lot of time to study tomorrow either. And I come home tonight and the house is a mess. Serenity has chaos all over. The dishes all need to be done, dinner needs to be cooked, and I'm already grumpy. Then my mom, on her way, right before she leaves to work, says, oh, can you bring me some of the salmon that David's cooking? And I was like, no, No, I cannot. Like, and I have to drop my car off tonight and, like, to get an oil change because that oil light keeps coming on, and I don't know what to do about that. Because if I don't get the oil change tomorrow, then I can't get it done Wednesday because I'm at class all day. Like, I have to leave town at 7 a.m. and I won't get back till 7 p.m., 6 p.m. And then it's the holiday weekend, so really I don't do it today or Tuesday tomorrow, then it doesn't get done for a week. So it has to get done. And I have a field trip, and I have a lunch meeting, and I have to work at 5, and I can't find a car to use. So if I drop my car off now, so that just adds to it. So I'm just like going crazy. So I clean the kitchen. David and I cook dinner. Serenity cleans up her messes. And even though she's clearly annoyed by me, she does all of it without talking back. And she keeps her mean thoughts in her head. I can see them in her eyeballs, but she doesn't say them out loud, doesn't act on it. So that's huge for her. It's great. David always is so good at handling me when I'm grumpy. He's just cooking. Just immediately gets home, he starts cooking his food. And while I'm like, I'm not yelling, but like I'm not, like I'm just short. Like, why is this out on the table? Why is every light on in the house? Like, why aren't the dishes put away? This, like, ugh. David just cooks dinner, and then he immediately, once he's done prepping dinner, he starts putting dishes away with me. So I appreciate, and then when I go and sit in another room with the light on to like just be by myself for a moment, he comes in there and says, "Mom, there's already lights on in the kitchen and the dining room. Why do you need to come into this room and turn a light on too?" So he's like making fun of my little like bad mood. So he's so funny and good at maneuvering me while I'm grumpy. So I tell one of my dear friends, and they also are like, "Hey, let me come check your oil. Maybe your oil change can wait a week. Let me just check it and see what's going on, and I can bring you food." And I'm like just hearing, like, I will help you is like this huge relief. So dinner's in the oven, I don't need that, but totally come over and check the oil. So my friend comes over and checks the oil, and I guess there's no oil in my car. I know that's really bad. So he put 2 quarts of oil in the car so that I can make it the next week. So that's good. Then we ate dinner, and I started studying. And then, of course, I feel bad for snapping at my mom. No, because I was like, I can't bring you food. I've got to do blah, blah, like giving her a grocery list of this shit. So it's like I'm like that mean house spouse that comes home and is like, why isn't dinner on the table? I don't want to be that person, so I owe my mom an apology. I'll be doing that tomorrow. Because really, like, if I know that I'm grumpy every Monday when I come home from school, like, I can just say ahead of time, "Hey, Mom, I seem to be grumpy and tired and hungry when I get home. Any chance that you could help make sure Serenity doesn't have messes and maybe have some food prepped for us?" And she would. She's always super loving and helpful, so she does not deserve my grumpiness. So I'll apologize to her tomorrow. But I got a little studying done, but then my brain just stopped working, so I realized I need to wrap it up and try again tomorrow. So let's see how tomorrow goes. Have a good night, subscribers. Hasta luego.